Yes, everyone, you know what time it is. It's your boys Jack and Dave here. We're going to be giving our reactions to the rest of the Spurs creators around our community. They're giving their predictions ahead of this Fulham fixture on Monday night. We've been waiting a very long time for Ange Ball to make its return, so we decided to ask all the rest of the Spurs creators around this beautiful community of ours to see what their thoughts are ahead of this game against Fulham. So let's see who has the big ones. Let's see who has the bold ones. Get those likes in, get those comments in. Which of their predictions are your favorite? But let's get started with our fellow American, United Spurs of America, Jacob, and let's see what he has to say.
What's going on, Irish Hotspur? David, Jack, everybody, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever time you all are watching this. For me, boys, my prediction, Fulham versus Tottenham at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I'm going to go ahead and say a 2-1 Tottenham Hotspur win. I think it's going to be a tight one. Coming back from these international matches, I think can be a little tricky sometimes. I don't think this weekend there's going to be as many goals scored as people are predicting. I could be wrong. I may be in the mud. But either way, I know the boys are going to give a full 90 minutes. I'm interested to see what we might see from the substitutes and whoever may start. Brennan Johnson, I don't know. I personally would. Let's kill him with some speed. Let's go at him first. Let's go at him hard. And, hey, anything can happen. But I predict 3 points no matter what. No matter what. It'll be a huge disappointment otherwise, but big up to you boys. Good luck on the rest of the day, and come on, you Spurs.
Dave, I mean, he's feeling it. He's feeling a Brennan Johnson appearance of some kind. I believe you, for exclusively our members only, also had a sneaky feeling about Brennan Johnson.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that Richarlison's long-term position is out on the left. I do think Brennan Johnson will come back in. I know what Postecoglou had to say about him in terms of fitness, but I've read the quotes. I think that's a bit of mind games personally. I think Brennan Johnson will come in and play. But look, if Richie does start, let's get behind him. But one thing he does say, Jack, I think when he's talking about maybe not being a high-scoring game, I think I'm with him on that one. I think, off the back of international break, we've seen how we struggled against Sheffield United to really get going. So I'm with Jacob on that one.
Yeah, we're with him, but we're going to also see what Mr. Dermatron has to say. Mr. Dermatron always comes with the crazy predictions. Maybe he's going to throw a Johnson crazy one in there, but big ups to Jacob. United Spurs of America, do check them out, and also thank you for sending that one in, Mr. Jacob. Let's see what the Tron has to say.
Let's go.
Hi, this is Dermatron here from thfc Till I Die. Look, for me, this is my match prediction for Tottenham against Fulham Monday evening. And for me, revenge is in the air. We've got to beat Fulham to bowl them over for what they bowled us out of the League Cup. Look, for me, it's gonna be an interesting game. We've got Sonny carrying a knock, Romero carrying a knock, but the extra few days off might help. But we'll have a completely different side to the one that was at Craven Cottage that lost to the League Cup. But we should win, and we should win about 3 or 4-1. But no games are easy in the Premier League. We've got a lot of fixtures coming up. So long may it continue. Long King Postecoglou, the king of the lane. Get another manager in a month, whatever you do. Come on, you Spurs. Let's beat the...
Come on, you Spurs. Let's beat them Fulham boys. Absolutely love it, Tron. And he spoke about revenge, Dave. He's got revenge on his mind against them. Are you also in a revengeful mood against Fulham? Do you feel that way about that fixture last time out?
Oh, 100%. It's what my pre-match build-up is well based around tomorrow, Jacko, is the revenge. They're the only team to beat us this season. And look, it was our B team. So, I feel like they got away with it that night. But, coming to N17 this time round, we're going to turn the Cottagers over, Jack. It is about revenge. You got to avenge your defeats. And let's do it. Let's beat Fulham and let's roll on to Palace on Friday night then.
And we got the usual Dermot growl, at the end of the come on, which is some of my favorite. It just sounds so good, Dermot. I would say never stop because you really do have a fabulous, come on. And let's see what Holly Hotspur has to say. She's come with very sensible predictions. Let's see maybe if she is also in a revengeful mood.
Let's see this week, Jack, if she's a bit more confident about Tottenham. Last few weeks, she hasn't been as confident. Let's see if she's confident today. Let's go.
Hello, yes, it's me, Holly Agmar from Holly's Hotspurs, here to give my match preview of our game against Fulham. It feels like an age since we've seen Ange Ball, but I'm very glad that he's coming back on Monday Night Football. For this one, I feel like we should be getting the job done. I feel I say this every time we do, you ask me to do a preview, but I think after obviously getting knocked out by them in the Carabao Cup, I feel like we have to go and do something this game. It's not going to be easy. I think we've got more than enough firepower. Obviously, as we saw in that cup game, Ange didn't play, I think, our best 11. Well, definitely not our best 11. But with everybody fit and healthy, we should be getting the job done, really, to be honest with you. And it sets us up, obviously, for the game on Friday as well. I'm gonna go 2-1. I think, for this one. I think it's going to be a close game, but it has to be one we need to be getting all 3 points for to set us up nicely for the next fixtures going forward. Bit more of night football. Let's have it. Up Spurs.
Let's have it. Nice one, Holly. You might have been right, Dave. She's not, again, going for a big, crazy prediction. It's not like she needs to, because we are a little crazy over here, let's be honest. But she hasn't gone for a big and crazy one. She's gone for a 2-1. They're a difficult team, Fulham, right? They set up defensively as well. They have a good organized shape. I actually do sort of rate Marco Silva because I feel like he's probably done the best with that Fulham team compared to actually previous managers like Scotty Parker, for example. But what would you say, Dave? I mean, what would you say to Holly's prediction?
Yeah, well, look, she's also on the revenge mission, Jack, which is great to see. I think that's going to be the team around this game. But look, I do agree with the tight scoreline. I do maybe see us winning it, maybe 2-0 I would go with, Matt, rather than 2-1. But look, Marco Silva doesn't have a great record against Tottenham. Obviously, that victory in the Cup. But in terms of the league, he doesn't have a great sort of record against Tottenham. And they are there for the taking. And it's at our place, bigger stadium, bigger ground, wider pitch. Spread them out wide. And, that'll create the gaps, Jacko. But, look, I'm confident going into this one. I really am.
And Holly, let me know, next time if you got any, big goal scorers, because when you get, a 2-1 prediction, it'd be nice to know, unless I missed it, Dave, I feel like, we needed a goal scorer there. We need to know who was grabbing that 2-1 winner for it. Was it going to be 2-0 straight up? Is it going to be, we grab the opening goal, then Fulham equalized, then we grab a winner? That's what seemed to be kind of on Holly's mind, I could tell. But big up to Holly. Please check out IrishHotspur, everybody. Yeah. It's a great channel and another fellow member of our lovely Spurs community. But let's head on over to Lee, the Dorset Spurs, see what he has to say.
Another one with the famous grunt in the voice. Let's go.
Hey everyone, Lee the Dorset Spur back again for another score prediction after what seems like the longest international break ever. So we're all pumped and we're all really interested to see what's going to happen this weekend. When you are at the top, that brings a certain level of pressure because now everybody is going to think to themselves, we want to be the ones that's going to knock you off the top. We're going to take away your unbeaten run. Equally for the players, they're going to be thinking, I don't want to be the one that makes the mistake. I don't want to be the one that loses it. I don't want to cause us to lose this winning streak. So this is new pressure for these Tottenham players. So it's going to be really, really interesting. 3 London derbies, one after the other. Again, extra pressure. No games are easy in this league. No games are easy at all. So Fulham, I think this one, I think it's going to be a really tight, difficult game. But I think we're going to come away 2-0 winners with a crowd behind us, really pumped up for it. Come on, you Spurs, let's have it.
Come on, you Spurs, let's have it. I love Lee's, I do love his similar kind of growls to, his come-ons, just like Dermatron. But Dave, I mean, I feel like a similar prediction to Holly's in a way, right? It was a, tight game. It will be a tough contest. And he also sort of mentioned the fact that we have 3 London derbies, back to back to back. Is there something to maybe take from that these will be, in a way, kind of more intense matches? Could you say the atmosphere and everything will be a bit more intense than usual? It's not like going down to Bournemouth or anything like that?
Yeah, look, when you go up against your rivals, they're up for it, right? That's the first thing. No one's coming in on an off day. Your rivals are going to be up for it. An interesting stat under Postecoglou, actually, this season, Jack. We've only dropped points against teams from London. Brentford, Arsenal and Fulham in the Cup. So, it's a long outstanding problem. Like last season and the season gone by around London, we're not picking up a lot of points, and that has to change. That has to be rectified. And this is a very good period, Fulham, Palace, Chelsea, for us to go and rectify this, for us to establish a bit of dominance in London. For us to win a Premier League title, we have to be the dominant team in London. And there's no better chance in these next 3 games to go and get that done. But like Lee spoke about, Jack, that pressure, I'm of the opinion that you stack up all these old Spursy teams for us to knock down. That's what we're doing this season. But when you are top of the table and you are the team that everyone wants to beat and the one that everyone wants to shoot at, it is a different type of pressure. So let's see how the boys can handle it.
There is a certain pressure that comes with being at the top. I really agree with that, Lee. Honestly, the way you even put it as well, very very good point and very poetically put as well. Big up to you, Lee. There is that certain pressure, but I'm sure Big Ange, king of the lane, like Dermotron said, will handle it. Big up to you, my man, and do check out Lee the Dorset Spur, everybody.
Yeah, big up, great fan cam. Let's go on to the one and only Mia. Let's hear what she has to say.
Come on, Mia.
This is Mia from Spurs Between the Lines. This is my prediction for Tottenham versus Fulham. I think that we are going to win this game. However, I do think that it's not going to be easy. I think it's going to be quite a tough game. Not having Basuma is going to be a huge miss. Let's see who he puts in Basuma's place. Also, I'm a bit concerned about the fact that players could be a little bit leggy from being away, which obviously can affect them. We've had a few players had a few knocks, but they seem to be okay. But again, we'll have to wait and see if this does affect them within the game. I think we're used to controlling the midfield, and Basuma really helps that. So I think that's where we're not going to have as much control as we maybe would have had if we've got Basuma. But we'll have to wait and see. I think we're going to win 2-1. I'd like to see us get to the points on the board and remain unbeaten, especially at home, to continue Ange's record. So come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Nice one, Mia. And she's brought up Basuma's absence, and it will be definitely felt. Højbjerg is going to be the one that's stepping in. And even though I personally vouch for Højbjerg a lot and think that he is adequate enough to be able to fill in for Basuma in this match, there are those, I wouldn't want to say Mia as in, the general bucket, but I know she has probably more skepticism of Højbjerg than I usually do. Yeah. If we were to play devil's advocate, Dave, or if we were to, not, take our Højbjerg goggles off here, could you see some Spurs fans being slightly worried with that Basuma absence? Because he does so many beautiful things, in that number 6 role that is so unique to only him. There are only so many Basumas in the world, and there are only so many people that can do what he does in that position. Will we be really feeling that absence?
I think you might feel it to a certain degree in terms of Basuma getting on the ball, driving at people and taking them out of the game. But, I think people are very quick to forget that Højbjerg came off the bench against Liverpool for Basuma, who was slowing down the play. Højbjerg came on as soon as he was getting the ball down the right, down the left, moving it very, very quickly. So you might lose the maybe ability and the agility on the ball that Basuma has. But look, Højbjerg ain't a bad player. He came through the Bayern Munich academy, played for Bayern Munich, moved out, went to Southampton, got his move to Tottenham. I think he's been a good servant to Tottenham. I'm not so worried about Jack. Højbjerg's come off the bench. He's done well for Tottenham. He's plugged gaps when we've needed him to do. But look, this is his opportunity, right? He hasn't been happy that he's been relegated to the bench and that the opportunities aren't there for him. That's why he wants out of this football, or why he wants to maybe leave in search of first-team football. But this is his opportunity now to put his name into the ring. And Ange Postecoglou called him a ready-made replacement, Jacko.
Ready-made replacement, Mia. And she also went for a 2-1 prediction. I must say, I feel like I'll be a rich man if I get another 2-1 prediction here. And it's definitely going to be a tight game, I guess, according to a lot of Spurs fans. I think Mia had a great sort of a detailing and sort of preview of the game there. And I would say her actual score line of a prediction, quite similar to a lot of other Spurs fans from what we can tell. Let's see if Shawnee is also going to give us a 2-1 prediction here, because like I said, I'd be a rich man if I got another one. So let's see what Sean would say.
Hopefully he's gone delusional like us, Jacko. 3-4-0 would be nice. Let's see what he has to say.
Yes, guys, how you doing? I'm Sean Butler from the Spurs Talk Show. I hope you're all well. This is my Fulham prediction for Monday night. Look, I expect Pierre Højbjerg to come in for the suspended Basuma. I expect it to be as you were at the back and in goal. I expect Maddison to play. Pape Sarr apparently has got a knock, but it should be good enough. I hope that we're going to see Brennan Johnson, if he's fully fit, and or Brian Hill to get some time in the side this weekend. I'm a little bit concerned, if I'm honest. I'm frustrated with Jurgen Klinsmann for keeping Sonny on the pitch for 90 minutes. He looked like he was in real pain, as he has done every time he's come off for Tottenham over the last 3 or 4 games as well. He says he's fine, and we've got apparently a clean bill of health, but I think there might be some niggling injuries that are lurking in the background with 1 or 2 players, especially Sonny. And now that we're getting some players back in the likes of Brian Hill and Brennan Johnson, maybe, if possible, if we get to a position early in the game where we're comfortable 2 or 3-0 up, then get him off and get some minutes into the legs of players like Brian Hill, who I'm excited to see in this formation under this system. I'm going to go for a 3-0, and I want to wish Jack and Dave and everybody at the Irish Hotspur a wonderful weekend. Come on, you Spurs.
Nice one, Shawnee. 3-0. I love a 3-0. And I thought that was a fabulous preview to the game. You mentioned the absence of Højbjerg. You mentioned a certain Hill Messi could make some impact in the game. And then he called out Jurgen Klinsmann, maybe questioning whether Jurgen is fully coys there, Shawnee. And there was a lot of frustration over the international break, seeing Sonny basically not given any rest really whatsoever. And that was sort of the big worry was over this international break. Often you can allow injuries to sort of recover. You can give them that chance to, work with the coach or just be able to recover and recuperate. I don't think Sonny really had any chance to recuperate by the looks of things, Dave. Do you feel like he's going into this Fulham game almost no healthier or no better than how he went into this international break?
No, he's not, Jack. I was concerned when he was called up by Jurgen Klinsmann, knowing that he wasn't fit. And then on the podcast that we done with Sonny there, cheeky plug, I expressed it again with Jurgen Klinsmann. I don't understand why he kept him on for 90 minutes. We also know that Maddison has been carrying a knock for a large part of this season as well. So, but with Ange Postecoglou, he ain't going to come out and say that, right? Because then all you're doing is inviting the opposition to hit them harder in the tackles and get them off the pitch nice and early. So he ain't ever going to expose himself like that. And of course, we need them. They're our two best players. I do like what he has to say about Gil, though. This is a player that me and you have been very fond of, Jack. We've dubbed him Gil Messi, the 7th, 8th wonder of the world, the 6th member of the Beatles. We absolutely love this kid. And Postecoglou had grown praises for him in the press conference, so saying how hard he works, that he's definitely a player that'll suit his system, which is good to hear. And this is Gil Messi time, Jack. If it's going to work under any manager, it's going to be under Postecoglou. And if he doesn't start, I do think we'll see minutes off the bench.
Plenty of London derbies for Hill Messi to show, the big city, what he's all about. He's going to be coming up against his favorite opponent, Crystal Palace. The Eagles are still looking for him with how much torture he caused them last time, and now he's going to come up against Fulham, this time not at the Craven Cottage, but actually at home. And I believe he did feature one time against Fulham, if I had a bit of Hill Messi trivia. I think one of his few minutes in a Spurs kit actually was against Fulham at one stage. So we'll see how he handles them this time around, and we'll see whether Hill Messi can put in, once again, a good performance in front of the Spurs faithful. But let's see what our man Marlon Green from at the likes of Southview Coys, and see what they have to say. Absolute legend, Marlon.
Let's go, Marlon.
Hey Jack, hey Dave, it's Marlon from Southview Coys TV.
Legend.
Ready for my Fulham prediction this week. I think we might see a struggle in the first half this week. I think the boys just getting back into the rhythm of the Premier League. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a bit of a slow start, especially with Højbjerg now we're going to be in the middle. But I'm going to go for a 2-0. 2-0 very late on, and I won't be surprised if Højbjerg scores actually. It'll be a surprise for everyone. But yeah, my predictions this week's 2-0. Tough first half, seeing it being 0-0 at half time. I think Ange make a tweak, because obviously Højbjerg's in there. And then I think Maddison will create it. I think Son will score if he's playing. And I won't be surprised if we see someone get their first goal of the season as well. But young and 2-0 Spurs, but Fulham to put up a bit of a resistance and be quite good in the first half against us. But I think we'll get it in the end.
Very professional prediction there from Marlon. 2-0, simple, professional performance by the looks of things. I couldn't tell Marlon, if he's a big fan of Højbjerg or he's worried about Højbjerg, because he's feeling a Højbjerg goal, which you love to hear. But then he's sort of mentioned him a few times, right? Saying that Ange might make some slight adjustments, that, you can't just go into this game with the same sort of thinking or the same mentality because, now Bissouma is missing. So I love to hear a Højbjerg goal, and I love to hear that sort of prediction. But he seemed to mention that could be a slight adjustment Ange needs to think about stylistically with Højbjerg coming in.
I don't think Ange will adjust, Jack. Why would he adjust it for one player when the other 10 have been performing that, the whole roles absolutely perfectly? I do hear what Marlon's saying. I think maybe one or two, maybe the two midfielders might need to adjust a little. but I don't think everyone needs to adjust. I'm just worried that, Marlon's cottage pie is burning in the background, Jack. The room was very foggy and smoky, so you must have that cottage pie on high temperatures in the oven. But one thing he says about the first half, Jack, I think that is what worries me. You go back and look at a lot of our games this year, the first half has been a half where it's been 50-50. The second half is usually the half where we go on and dominate the game. So, if we get any team in at 0-0 or, at halftime, I'll fancy us to go on and beat them.
Everybody, go check out Marlon's channel, please. Southview Coys TV, absolute legend. And also Ash Maddock, those guys do us such a great favor over here. Great guys over there, really great channel. So please go check them out. And Marlon, I also like the beanie as well. We're getting into that fall season. You got to start rocking those, and you're looking good in it, my friend. Looking good.
Big up, Marlon. Absolute legend. Really like that guy. Let's go on to the twins. Some call them the gruesome twosome, Jack. I call them the two legends. Let's get on and hear what they have to say. Ben and Sim from We Are Tottenham TV. Let's go.
How's it going, guys? Ben, Sim, We Are Tottenham TV, and big game this weekend. Obviously, it's made a bit bigger with Arsenal dropping points against Chelsea yesterday. My personal prediction is for Spurs to go straight back on top of the league, but I don't think it's going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. With Bissouma being out and Højbjerg coming in, I do think we lose a little bit in midfield, but I think quality will shine through at the end of the day, especially at home with the home support behind us. I'm going to go 2-0 to Spurs, but I do think it's going to be a bit nervy at times. Yeah, my prediction is also 2-0. I think Fulham, well-organised team, not easy to beat. They already got a point at the Emirates this season, so it's not an easy team to play against. But, they have been struggling to score goals this season. I think only the bottom three have scored less goals than Fulham so far. So I think they're really going to struggle to penetrate our back line. And I think going forward, we should have enough. So 2-0. All right, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Nice one, boys. Nice one. Dave, I feel like I'm going to be a rich man tonight with these 2-0s and these 2-goal predictions. It's going to be a tight one, I guess, according to the most of the Spurs fans around our community. I must be honest, my sort of final words on it, I kind of disagree. I don't see it being as much of a tight game. I feel like Fulham will cause us problems. I don't think they're going to be totally easy to break down and be able to get past, but I feel like we are going to have our openings. We are going to have our chances. And if we just take them, it could easily be a 1-0, 2-0 by halftime. If we take our chances, I could see us creating a lot of chances and openings against Fulham. It's just sort of about whether we take them or not.
Yeah, look, I think a lot of people are probably nervous off the Carabao Cup game, Jack. And look, they did do their homework on us, right? They sort of knew, you press up on that midfield, press up on their forward options, and chase the ball around that back line with Spurs' second team. You've seen Sanchez, you alluded to it in the pre-match build-up, putting it over the sideline when it's a simple ball out wide to Emerson. Ben Davies coming back inside the whole time. But I do think it's a different team this time out. We're a lot more brave on the ball all over the pitch in terms of team selection. So I do see us taking the game to Fulham. But also off the back of international break, teams find it very, very hard to get going and click straight back in to where they once were. So I do think that's where everyone's sort of at. But I think Sim raises a great point there, Jack. That Fulham, they're not the most prolific. They brought in Raul Jimenez, and since that hand injury, he just hasn't been that sort of same player. That finishing isn't there. And with our backline and how good it is, I do think they'll struggle to take chances. However, on our end, and I think this is where maybe Benji has gone 2-1, if Sonny doesn't score, where are them goals going to come from? And Sonny ain't 100% fit going into this game, despite what people want to put out in the press conference and all. He's not fit going into this game. So.
And now we're going to move on last, but certainly not least, our other partner in crime, Sonny Talk Spurs. Lovely channel, lovely man. Let's see what he has to say ahead of this Fulham prediction. I'm curious, again, is he going to go with the 2-0, the 2-1s? Is he going to join the club of very sensible creators out there, or is he going to go to delusion land like Dave and I with a big and bold prediction? Let's see what Sonny has to say.
Let's go.
Hello lads, it's Sonny, obviously from Sonny Talk Spurs. And you want my prediction for Tottenham versus Fulham. And I'm contemplating between two results here. I'm thinking 3-0, I'm thinking 3-1. Definitely 3 goals because Fulham's defence has been ever so suspect this season. I'm thinking Leno, is he, he's keeping them in it, but Tim Ream, Robinson, Diop have not been good. I fancy us to get some goals. It's just if Fulham can score, I'm going to go with 3-0. I said 3-1 on my channel. If you want to check out that prediction and the preview of that video, go and check it out now. But yeah, I'm thinking 3-0 now. I don't think Fulham have enough really firepower, you know. Loss of Mitrovic. And Willian, could he come back to haunt us? Because obviously we know the past we've had with Willian. I don't think so. So, yeah, I'm going to go with a 3-0, lads. Obviously, got 2 predictions spot on. Got my Luton result not so well. So, let's see if I can bounce back here.
You gotta love that he keeps track of his predictions as well. That's a brilliant thing, thing. I think people should be doing that, keeping track of them, so then you can call Dave and I out, later, because I know we give you guys a hard time sometimes with these predictions. So you guys should definitely call us out and see, how often accurate you guys are. But Dave, anything on Sonny's prediction there? 3-0. I love to hear it. These are the predictions I want to hear. Big and bold, big scary score lines. This is what you want to say. You want to put your neck out there, and Sonny has done that.
No, I'm absolutely loving the confidence. I've accused him of being, fence sitting the last few weeks, even though he has been correct on the scores. But I'm glad to see the confidence in Sonny. By the way, nice T-shirt, Adidas, man after my own heart. But no, 3-0. Look, Jack, it's very much a possibility. It's a Monday night game at N17. Place will be boisterous. We win, we go 2 points clear. Could we play Palace on Friday? Could be 5 points clear by the weekend. I've no doubt Ange and the team will be looking at that as the target. Yeah. And I think they'll go out and look to make a statement tonight. Yeah. Or against Fulham tomorrow night, sorry.
No, that's all right. And because we're recording this over the weekend, everybody, so we decided to get our reactions to their reactions, plenty early. So hopefully you do enjoy this video. Hopefully you did enjoy all the creators' predictions out there. Everybody do check out their channels. The links to their channels will be in the description. But yeah, everybody, hit that like button on the way out. Let us know in the comments what your favorite prediction was, and we will be seeing ya. Come on, you Spurs. In the Big Ange we trust. We never stop.